So your boy Young Father All Father had to drop a bag on FIFA, so it seemed. I created a team called Solace Lone FC, based out of Virginia, and placed them in the MLS, and created a coach named Alameda Zacchaeus. Uh, Young Father All Father, of course, being the owner. I immediately received an offer for Obafemi Agamong, and I wanted 8 million. Haggled with them for a tad bit, but they took care of what your boy needed. So at the end of the day, that worked out perfectly fine for all parties involved. I simmed forward a bit, and we had to get rid of Obafemi Agamong. Uh, Sad hip hop beats, you know, uh, rough times. It is what it is, but we're gonna send him somewhere where his talents are gonna be appreciated, and a degree that will further his career. In the end, like there will be nothing better that he could have asked for himself. Alameda Zacchaeus and her assistant Mario make their way back to the locker room yet again. It's like, nah, fuck that. Turn off that sad hip hop beat. Okay? It was a genius transfer. Genius. Excellent deal. I told him, hey man, y'all cash out. Y'all give me $8 million. Y'all can take them where y'all need them. We got another offer for LGF Elmas, but I didn't want to let him go. Or Samuel Johnson. I had faith in the American connection. There's certain players that you're never going to want to let go because you have faith that they're going to turn out being something incredible for your squad. And he was one of those. I also didn't want to let Ba go on loan. I like Aitor. Aitor Moyano. My left winger is a beast. I wanted to add a Belgian to the team because it's always a Belgian. But I instead went to just find a speedy outside midfielder from the Premier League. Maxwell Cornet, as you can see, kind of stopped me up for a moment there. He caught my eye. Mohamed, Musa, Zempo, Wilfred Gunoto looks decent as well. Damari Gray. There were hella options, but I ended up circling back and cutting a deal for this dude as well. Maxwell Cornet getting involved with the action. Um, I tried to be a bit stingy with the pockets. I thought I would go maybe 10 or 11 million out the gate. They tried to haggle with me and asked for one of my youngsters that I wasn't necessarily too interested in trading away. That's something that tends to happen, but it's like, nah, dog, y'all are gonna have to take just money. Like, I tried to just give you some money, but I don't actually know the spot that Jose holds in our depth chart because I know we have outside midfielders. But with that being said, I'm thinking that this is going to be another one of those cases of us letting somebody go to another area, another landscape of football where they may be more appreciated. As you can see, the tensions rose quite high there at the end of that discussion. But I met up with him and his agent at this fancy ass restaurant where we then sat down and decided his wage. It was nice to have him as an addition to the squad. I then decided to hit the transfer market in the hunt for one of the best in the world. Uh, Super unfortunate how this played out for your boy, but I'ma still let it rock just so y'all can see it. Uh, I decided to, as the owner of the squad, the owner of the club, Young Father All Father, I put a hell of a budget up. Team to use in terms of building for the future. I thought that roughly, 12 million over the asking price would get the job done, but they were ready for damn near 200, like a Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo type transfer. He is one of the best in the world, though. I decided to offer them Jovanovic because I actually am a huge fan of Jovanovic, and I had plans for him as a player for the future. But once I got the deal accepted, they told me I did not have the cap space to make that shit happen, man. And that shit broke my heart. These dudes approached me for Monano, and I told them I think I upped it 20 million on them. They wanted to pay me 46. I think I said 66, and then we might talk. Yeah, 66. And they didn't want to match that energy. They said there was a huge gap between my evaluation of the man and his evaluation. And you know what? That's fine. I guess maybe there is a huge difference between the quality valuation that I have for my man and what y'all have for my man, but it doesn't matter what y'all are talking about. I decided to get freaky for a few more moments, trying to make the play happen for Kevin De Bruyne, but it just did not seem to be in the cards. It was super unfortunate, but we'll get him next year. It sucks because with soccer or the real football, I play a lot of Madden, but with the real football, the transfer window is open while it's open, and you get who you can get for pure cash, and that is just how it goes for you. There is no draft like American sports. There is no clean, pure influx of young, talented players that you can pull from for fucking basically free. Like, that setup is kind of unique to the States. I think I tried to make a deal for this dude on some dumb shit. I don't even remember what it was. Just to try to list him for a few hours and maybe sell him to get some capital back before the transfer market closed. And nothing I tried worked, so it didn't even matter. But we then headed into our first friendly, so we'll probably skip to that. We play our first friendly against Godoy Cruz, hoping to see what Jovanovic can do in the midfield. Also checking for Moniano, the center back Morgan, trying to make a play. We play three at the back, which is, been okay for us so far. Musa Ba passes into Preston Smith. The American connection is active. Richarlison, the Brazilian, big price tag on him, puts the balls right through to Jovanovic, and that's a bucket. Across the face of the goal, that takes some finesse as well as some power, but it's a beautiful bucket and a dead fish from Jovanovic. Early on, in the early goings of the second half, we tried to lock Kachenchny down in the corner, but he passed it through to Andrada and inside to Rodriguez, and we collapsed at the back. Unfortunately, we were walked through. We conceded the first goal in the short life of our club. It was super unfortunate, but there's not too much that you can do when you're caught on the break like that, on the back foot. That's when mistakes happen. A few more attacking plays were created, and we sauced them. We dog walked them and immediately got that bucket back. And that is my young dog. I want to say that's Emery Banks in the midfield. Emery Banks is a beast. Can we make it 3? Not quite sure what we may happen here. Like I said, the footage corrupted a tad bit to where we could not have the game audio on this, but it is what it is. The offense tried to make a play here, but it was shut down. Bad clearance causes some problems in the corridor of uncertainty. And Aitor Yomonyanyo gets a bucket in oh my God, the 65th minute. I'm a big fan of this man. I told him 64 million, they could take him away, but they didn't want to cough it up. And in the 82nd minute, or the 88th minute, the 4K shot of this guy before he takes this corner kick is giving me bad vibes. But what are you gonna do? These new age EA games and these 4K shots, you can see it sometimes in Madden as well. When a halfback does a play on you, it's AI halfback, and they get that fucking little frame change, you can fucking see that they're about to sauce your life away from you. It is what it is. They do everything in their power to pull it even, but just after the kickoff, I believe, the whistle will be blown here. No opportunities. And Solace out of Virginia, Lone FC, gets a fucking dub in the first game of the club's young history. The announcers were talking about Richarlison at this point, and I think I'd like to see some goals before I start to see the meat riding from the commentators. Not the biggest fan of that. But of course, your boy Young Father, All Father, and Alameda Zacchaeus made it back around to the squad hub to take care of some more things that the team needs to look into. I need the trigger man. I need the long shot sniper in the midfield where all the defense has to rush to him because they don't want him to bang one. So I did a bit of investigating into the training system. I decided to give Josip Jovanovic a position switch from just central mid to central attacking midfielder, in hopes that the performance boost and the more specific traits that I wanted to see better out of him, would get some improvement. I thought that was super important because I have my eyes on him in a major way, to the extent where he may even be sold when I get him to the progression that I want him to be at. This is one of those guys where he's like a rare silver in like a FIFA 18, FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. He's a rare silver. He just does not miss. And every time you upgrade your team, you take a look at your defense, and you can't think of any good reason to get rid of him. I'm a big fan of Joseph Sek. So I signed the Cameroonian for another 2 years. So he'll finish out this season and then be signed with us for an additional 2 more. And I also gave a contract extension to Josip Jovanovic as well. $14 a week, man. Class don't come cheap, but I didn't offer him any type of additional bonus on top of that boof-ass contract. I instead decided to just sim the next friendly, in which Richarlison got his first goal for the club. Very exciting to see. I wish I would have done it myself, but to a degree, I'm sure this sim is way better than me. I'm not very good at FIFA. I'll play next game. We'll see how that one goes. And yeah, you'll see from there. But I was good at FIFA back in the day. I used to play the old ones. This one I'm more so just playing because I want to have fun with the team. I want to make some transfers. I want to make some stuff happen. But we'll slow it down here. The Solace fans have been enjoying what they're seeing, but they're asking, can we expect more out of the boys when the real season starts? And as for my mood, I just have to let these people know that I have an extremely talented group of players available to me. My starting 11 is all class, gentlemen and scholars, and the read that they have on the game of football is beautiful. It's magical. It's poetic, and we barely have any potential to be stopped. We have too much potential and abundance and overload, but we have very, very minimal potential to fail, and I wouldn't swap my squad for anybody else's. They asked me a question about the transfer window, and of course, if I would have had the option to tell them that I was a tad bit upset about not being able to acquire Kevin De Bruyne, I would, but at the end of the day, I'm happy with the cover I've got in every position.
Thank you for attending.
No more questions.
Okay, guys, we're out of time. Sorry if you didn't get to ask a question. We're wrapping up now.
That's right. We cannot stop and stand and trip about what we could not pull off during the transfer window. You know what I'm saying? That mentality is the same type of mentality as pouring a whole goddamn 5-gallon bucket jug of bitterness in your recipe for success, right? Because you're going to fuck up the dish. We're going to head into game 1 of the MLS season and see what Solace, Lone FC, can do against the Philadelphia Union live on EAFC. We're going to drop in here on the kickoff. Walker and Moñano share a 1-2 back into the central. Walker dishes it into Jovanovic, who I want to see become more of a playmaker in the central. He's taking some ankles right now, but he's falling down. Richarlison, I would like to see develop more poacher habits, like get into 90-something speed, coming in, catching them. But right now, we have to get back as they're breaking forward. Carranza to Hure. A good strike, but the save from Fofana is safe. Yellow card for Kai Wagner. We have a player from our side arguing for the red. I don't like to see that. Moussa Ba, have one. Not very far off. I'm not mad at you, Moussa. Don't trip. Moussa Ba. We got quite a few transfer offers for him as well, but we did not let him go. Close but no cigar. Martinez. In from the corner throw up to Hure. Jovanovic in the central trying to track the playback. Gazdag should have finished there. That wasn't good. But Amos brings it out of the central, outside to Walker, the American. American connections all over this MLS squad, all over it. He didn't catch the through ball. I want to say that's Fofana. Moñano. Moñano goes down, no foul. Unreal. You have to react better to that contact. Just off the strength that it may not be a foul, you have to react better. We have to get back. Johnson. Track the play. Oh my gosh, you see that zoom? That's a very concerning zoom, man. That little zoom shit. Looks like they're gonna fucking score on me. The corner kick comes in. Are they gonna pop it in? Are they gonna take it close? They're gonna take it close. Carranza. Can he break some ankles? Back to Flatch. What will he make happen on the box? Big touch. Nobody closes in to punish that. Musabah. Short ball to Morgan through the banks. And they're playing around the back a little bit more than I have a taste for, but then again, this is me. Jovanovic. What type of play can he make? In through to Moñano. Can he make something happen here? Run at him. Can you cause him some problems? Hold him up. Richarlison. The block is just in time. The Philadelphia Union are not half bad. Morgan in the central. Hure inside to Preston Smith. The American connection. Trying to make a play on the box. 3 bodies. Take it back. Have a moment. Into Jovanovic. Can you have one? Can you shake one? No, you can't. No, you can't. And you're 27. I don't know how young I thought he was when I was making the first episode, but I might have to trade his ass next year. Hure. Can he breathe? The user. Pathetic. But the finish is pathetic as well. We're really getting bailed out here. Let out of jail free. Gazdag. They're steadily making plays forward. Gazdag breaking ankles. What a strike, but good save. Good save. The keeper has safe hands. I had to say that's probably like double digits for him now. Very effective. Fofana, big fan of him. Corner kick comes in from Fletch. Outside to Walker. The American connection wakes up. He should have came through the legs and got a fucking red card. Pause. Jesus Christ. Inside to Hure. The counterattack is on. The user is there right where it needs to be. The goalkeeper rolls it back out to Morgan. Back up to Preston Smith. We're trying to really make a play out here. Over the top to Musabah. You're onside. You got to run at him. You got to cause him some problems. Fake shot. Ball roll. That is a pathetic attempt on goal. Pathetic attempt on goal. I gotta really customize the training because oh my gosh, a near goal. I'm talking too much. A near goal going into the half. But I need to specialize my players in striking positions to ensure that just instead of getting a super general training where everything is going up a little bit, I need certain things going up a whole bunch. I'm gonna make a play for that. 100%. Slow day at the office for Aitor Moñano? Yeah. Who are you telling? 46 minutes played, no goals, 7 touches. That's not even enough touches for my taste. The way Moñano get down, we need him to be involved. We need him to be involved at all costs. Early on in the second half, no goals, it's fine. I'm trying to get a taste for this corner kick system because I'm not very good at it. It was very, very simple in the late teen years, 18, 17. Those FIFAs were easy and I was the GOAT. And I used to demolish everybody. Jovanovic cannot crack one without getting it blocked. Morgan, what can you do here? You can win the header into Musabah. But he can't maintain the ball when picking up any type of pace. I need somebody whose dribbling is so good that they can keep control of the ball when they develop pace, like Carranza here. He seems to have the control and the pace. That was clown shit. He does not have the control or the pace. Richarlison breaks an ankle. Preston Smith does not have the blistering speed, man. Might have to get in Maxwell for him. Maxwell Barnett inside. Moñano to Ba. The big touch, yeah. Oh my gosh, the handling. The handling is not there. The touch on the ball is not what I need it to be. Super unfortunate. It's leaving a bad taste in my mouth every time I have to deal with it. Richarlison, can you bang one? You have room. That is pathetic. That is pathetic. $46 million and I triple take on switching you out for this dude. And you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because fuck you, Richarlison. Fuck you. Take your smirk and your face and your fucking stupid ass Beats headphone deal and get the fuck off my field. Moñano will cross it in. Nothing comes of it. Safe hands from Bedoya. And he will punt. He will punt. Preston Smith. Trying to see can we create something. That is a murder. But Maxwell Cornet picks up the pieces. No advantage play. Maxwell Cornet. Maxwell Cornet, the latest purchase. The latest purchase cannot do anything. What is that? What is that? That is clown shit in the box. Clown shit in the box in a spot where we should be making something happen. There is no way we should be in that position and not be coming away with points. good stop-ups, but they're still in an area that's not very good for us. He passed it to Fofana. He literally passed it to Fofana. Unreal. It is idiocy. Moñano over to Johnson. Johnson, the super sub. The super sub. That's a man. Your boy, young father, all father. I'm 23 years old. I know. I'm old. But back in my day, they called those sweaty goals. And the biggest snakes out there, them boys of Solace, Lone FC, swoop on ball like vultures, and that's a murder. Come back in for the next kickoff. Good goal for the boy. The American connection is alive and well, and someone gets killed in the midfield there. They pass it through to Carranza and into Ure, and the ball to Bedoya is nice. I try to use your walker and get him in position. The clearance isn't good enough. Are they going to make us pay? They're going to make us pay in the 82nd minute in Philadelphia. It's not looking too hot for us. We don't really want to watch the replay for this fucking shit, but it is what it is. And we'll take the next kickoff and try to make something happen. 1 point, coming away from the first game of the league with 1 point isn't the end of the world, but it wasn't ideal. Johnson, the super sub for Richarlison, tries to put the ball in, but Jovanovic doesn't have the touch. He doesn't have the touch. He doesn't have the speed. Even if you don't have the touch, if you have the speed, like he's just missing some piece that we need him to have. And I'm hoping that we can develop it. But the pass into Ure, Carranza, the shots are on. It's not looking good. The goal is getting peppered here in the latter stages of the game. The header into Gazdag. He's trying to create something from just outside the box. Takes it out wide. Beautiful touch to stop it up and keep it within play, and passes it back to Wagner. The 1-2s. This isn't looking good. (2-1) in the 89th minute. Unreal. Injury time. It appears we've lost the game. It's already rough stuff. Gazdag with the ball into Ure. Gazdag, this is not looking too hot. Carranza breaks his ankles. Oh my God. So it seems. The early successes of the game did not stand the test of time, the 90-minute time. First game of the season. Yeah, we probably hope for better than that, of course. We have to be brave. The players know what we're trying to do. The changes we're looking for don't happen just like that. And it's about hard work and training and a better focus during games. So everybody's going to be cool. People are trying to tell me that Cornet's output wasn't the same as what we got in the preseason. And I got confidence in my boy, even if there is something wrong, like to where he doesn't have the confidence that he normally has. I'm quite confident that my boy Maxwell Cornet will come back into play and create problems for these defenses the same way that he did in the preseason. I really have no doubt about that. We did get enough of the ball. We weren't dangerous enough in front of goal. If I had a complaint, that would have to be what it was. Yeah, and I'll let these reporters go and allow me to go get something to eat. And that's going to wrap things up for episode 1. It's been your boy, Young Father, All Father. If you've stayed through for this whole video and you think that you like the concept of this series, thank you. I'm a huge fan of that. Please drop a like and subscribe and hang around, because I'm trying to have a whole bunch of series going at one time, which, although it seems like it could play out to be a tad bit difficult, it's totally within the realm of possibility. Like, I do think I can do it. So if you looking forward to seeing the development of Solace, Lone FC based out of VA, then make sure you stay tuned in with your boy, Young Father, All Father. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.